Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Marcella.
And we're gonna talk about the season 6 finale of The 100. I think as a whole, we really love this season, and that's why I think the last like 2 episodes and then this one kind of too were kind of like letdowns for us.
No,
like,
I think
like,
last episode of this one.
Oh yeah.
We watched our review for like the last episode. We weren't too crazy about that episode. And this one,
I thought it was better than last episode. It just didn't feel like a finale.
I will say the ending, the very end with Octavia, the whole thing with Octavia and Hope coming in and Bellamy, that felt finale-like because that was a huge thing. And that obviously like opened up what's going to be going on in the next season. So that's really what made it feel like a finale. But I think as a whole, the episode just felt like a normal episode. So that's why it's not my favorite finale, and it just didn't feel finale-like to me as a whole. It was just like good to me. It wasn't like amazing. It wasn't I wasn't like blown away. There's obviously things that we like we're gonna talk about.
Maybe that's because the whole storyline is not done, and that's probably why it was a different finale compared to other ones. Like other ones we've fully been closing a story, and this one we're not. So maybe that, I don't know, there was just something. But I will say we liked a lot of moments. This episode did have good moments. I think Clarke and Maddie, like those scenes I thought were absolutely heartbreaking. Like I just feel so bad for Clarke losing her mom, and just seeing,
especially the way that it happened too. It happened exactly how her dad died.
And Kane, they all got floated.
And it was just,
as soon as she was next to that lever, I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna pull that lever and they're gonna go float. And it was just it was heartbreaking, and especially to see Clarke go through that, because we all feel for Clarke, and she's been through so much. And to even like the scene, I really did like the scene though of her and Maddie when she's holding the gun to her head. Oh my god,
I mean, obviously it's heartbreaking to see Clarke do that because Clarke's been through so much, but I love when they hug and Maddie like snaps out of it, and that really got through. It got through to her. I love that.
Yeah, I really love that scene too. And I think it was just so heartbreaking when Clarke comes in, like the moment after losing her mom, and then they tell her like, yeah, Russell has Maddie, and she almost like collapses. Like she's just like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose Maddie now too. Like she's gonna lose everybody at that point.
I know we've been saying it like every time.
I know. I feel like we just keep praising Eliza.
Like we can't even speak highly enough about her. Like her performance this season. It is amazing, and like we're so proud of her. And yeah, it's been amazing to watch. Obviously, like everybody's been doing great, but I feel like Eliza's really stood out for us this season.
I mean, Eliza definitely because of playing Josephine, but then also playing Clarke as Josephine. It's been unbelievable. She hurt me this episode. Like I felt so bad for Clarke this episode. Like and next season, obviously, she's gonna focus a lot on losing her mom, and we just had a lot of Clarke breakdowns in this episode, and it's just so sad. And I will say there was that one moment where it was really devastating when Simone pretends to be Abby, and it almost gets to her.
It almost gets to her, but then she kind of like Clarke's smart, and she asks her what her father's name is. And that's where it was like,
it was just, I think what made it so heartbreaking was that that's what she wanted to hear. Like she wishes that it was that easy, and her mom was still in there. So I think that whole moment was just like an extra heartbreaking scene before she let go of her mom's body, basically. And yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be huge for Clarke going forward. Like we see it, and we see how dependent she is on Maddie immediately, like more so how she's like holding her hand when they're walking into Sanctum, and then she goes to Bellamy and she's like, tell me that it was the right thing, and she's just so devastated.
Yeah, guys, that scene with Clarke, it was
gave me a heart attack at the end.
It was so beautifully filmed with the sun in the background, and like the framing of it was so platonic. It really was. I hate this show. You know, that was just the perfect scene for good old pals. Not romantic at all. Like,
I'm tired.
I have to laugh because honestly, like it was so beautiful that like the second hug we thought they were gonna kiss. Like it literally seemed like they should have kissed. Like how many more hugs are we gonna, like heartfelt, like emotional hugs? Like who hugs like that?
Who hugs honestly? Like who embraces to that extent?
It is laughable how ridiculous it is that they are still not going there. And I feel like we could make a whole other video ranting about this because it's so ridiculous. And like I don't understand why.
And what makes me so angry about it is that it's affecting the plot. Like, it didn't look right that they didn't kiss there. Like, I just feel like the story that they're telling, like, why wouldn't they kiss there?
Well, the whole thing is that,
just like there, you know what I mean? Like, it's just starting to feel like they're intentionally holding back, and I hate the writers for this. Like,
it feels like it needs to naturally happen, and just let it happen. Like, you've written it up to this point, and it needs to happen, and just let it happen so it feels like
organic, natural.
And that it just happens, and it needs to. Like, that's the way that it's been written. You can't, like,
can't unwrite it. You did
exactly,
it. It's done.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
It just
Stop
it needs to happen. And I just I can't.
It's the last season next year. If they don't do it, then honestly, the show, like, I'll never look at the show the same as highly as I do look at the show.
As much as we love the show, I will be like,
I'll be devastated. I'll be so disappointed.
Yeah,
so
I'll be really disappointed.
Angry.
And honestly, it's just doing a disservice to, like, the whole show if you
the characters
go there. And I mean, listen, guys, I know that a lot of you are gonna disagree with us and be like, oh, you guys only look at that, you only care about Clarke. But, like, if you're gonna comment that, just, like, go away, because we're gonna remove it, because we're so tired of people saying that to us.
I'm tired.
These are our opinions, and if you don't have if you disagree with us, that's fine. But I can't tell you how annoying it is when we're, like, saying our opinions and people are just, like, bashing us and saying that we're wrong.
Like, oh, you should watch the show for more than just ships. Yeah. Like, you know
it's what? Like, listen, if it bothers you that much, you don't need to watch our videos. If it really bothers you that much, you don't need to,
and, like,
listen to us.
I went on a rant about this on Twitter, but, like, we're intelligent people. Like, we're smart. Just because we ship people on a show doesn't mean that we're, like, I feel like people belittle it a lot, shipping, and that's, like, a whole separate video. But I just feel like I felt like that a lot reading the comments of our last review, and it just really made me angry because, hi, we are smart people. We are watching the same show as you. We're interpreting it perhaps differently, and that's okay. But let me enjoy my romance. Let me enjoy having fun watching a ship. Like, let me ship. Like, let me just enjoy Bellamy and Clarke.
We're gonna go back to talking about the show now, because honestly, we can make so many separate videos about that, because we have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, it's like like we can go on a huge rant about it.
But obviously, we really just
we're tired.
We need Clarke in season 7, and that's really where we are with that.
Yeah. So, and I do feel like we should have had more Bellamy and Clarke in this episode, because again, they're the two main leads. Why wouldn't they be together in the finale?
That was another thing. It kind of pissed us off that they were separated.
But listen, the show for us is, again, this is just our opinion. The show is better when Bellamy and Clarke are on screen together. I'm sorry, even if it's not something that's like them like being like romantic, because those scenes are romantic. I don't care what any of you say, those are romantic scenes. Even if it's not something like that, like just them doing things together, like their partnership and their leadership together. Like, I just, those are my favorite scenes to watch, them being leaders together.
So to have like a 30-second scene of them in this whole episode, it was
disappointing.
It was disappointing for us. If that was fine with you, that's fine with you, but please don't make us feel like bad about
or stupid
our opinion with that.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Bellamy's storyline this episode, I really liked his dynamic with Octavia in this episode. Like,
oh my gosh, I'm so happy about the Blakes. I feel like we're finally at the point where, like,
they can
Bellamy, they can have that relationship again, and like it's gonna start building. And I love that Bellamy can like recognize that Octavia is different now because of the anomaly, and that's gonna definitely be explored more next season, obviously, because of the ending with Octavia, which was insane. But
the fight scenes were really cool. I did like that fight scene with Bellamy, Echo, and Octavia, and they were all like with the fire. Like, I thought that was insane. I thought that was a really good scene.
Those scenes though, with like the whole like storyline with Bellamy, Octavia, like, and the Echo, like all of that it wasn't like my favorite. I think I was just confused a lot of it, so like I didn't really understand a lot of it, so it was hard for me to follow. But like, I did like the scene with like the fire, like when that whole thing went down. I liked that. The rest of it though was like confusing. Just okay for me. I don't know. I feel like it was just like, what was even going on with like the blood drinking?
I don't even know. Like, I'm still confused about that whole sequence. I don't know. But Jordan, nervous about Jordan. Okay, I feel like last season we introduced Jordan, and I feel
this is something that we actually been meaning to talk about. We didn't talk about it last episode.
We should have talked about it last episode, but I feel like we were introduced to Jordan last season, and it was like this big exciting thing. Like, this is the Marper child. Like, this is Monty and Harper's kid who's just been hearing stories, and he was so excited to go on these adventures. And it was a character that everybody was looking forward to this season, and I feel like we didn't get enough of Jordan this season.
We didn't get really any
and
of Jordan,
I don't know, I feel like because he was on like a pedestal almost, because like this is Monty and Harper's kid, like this is like the first like real delinquent kid that we have here, and he's an adult. Like, I don't know if it was like,
I don't think it was that, because
I don't know if it was cowardness on the writer's part of like, oh my god, how are we gonna write this character of like.
No, I think there's just there was just so many other characters. I think that he got overshadowed by everything else that was happening in Saint.
It
is a shame though, because I was excited for Jordan this season, and I feel like his whole storyline was like, oh, Delilah, like, but you knew Delilah for like 2 seconds, and like,
yeah,
I don't know. I do think he's gonna have a bigger storyline next season because of the ending, and it seems like they did something to him, and now he's like possessed or something, and I feel like I'm excited to like find out more about that, because I want him to have more of a storyline, because he really like was gone a lot of the episodes because he got stabbed, and then it was like he was disappeared, so and, like, he wasn't really with our gang, and I wanted to see him with our gang, and like I wanted to see his relationships with everybody build, and I feel like he's not really close to anybody. So like that's a little disappointing for me that like we ended the season and like who's Jordan even really like close to?
Yeah, like I feel like I just feel
nobody.
Like we didn't get enough Jordan,
so
and I wanted
that was a little I'm hoping next season we see more.
I feel like what happened was there was so many other things happening this season. Like the season was very busy. Like there was so many different storylines that I feel like they just didn't have the time to focus in on him, and it's a shame. And I'm excited. I'm hopeful for next season, because I don't know what's going on with him. Like he seems very entranced by everybody in Sanctum almost, and that guy,
he stone. He looked like he was being like controlled or something. Yeah, that guy,
or threatened. Maybe he was being blackmailed. I don't know. That guy though, that the camera zoomed like focused in on, he's definitely having something to do with that. So I'm really interested to see what that whole thing is about. And obviously I think I'm the most excited for next season. Obviously Bulwark, I'm excited for next season, but I'm very excited about Octavia. You guys know how much we love Octavia.
Yes.
So I am so excited, and I'm actually really happy that we're gonna have like another season like focusing in more on like her story and like what happened, because like we've always talked so highly about Octavia. We just love her character, and we feel like she's just so cool, and we've loved this storyline this season, how we've kind of seen her redeem herself. And now I'm excited to find out more and about
especially more about like the anomaly, because I feel like that's really what made it, that was a turning point for her going into the anomaly. So to find out what happened in the anomaly to get her to that point to I'm so
excited. Diyoza too. Obviously we're gonna be seeing Diyoza hopefully next season, so
I'm wondering how we're gonna get the other like, okay, are we just gonna get Octavia like and find out like what's going on with her and the anomaly like apart, or like do you think that more of our characters are gonna end up in there? Because it seemed like it was closing at the end.
Yeah, it did.
So I'm not sure how they're gonna like open it.
Well, they have that big stone, the big thing that was underground.
Yeah, but I don't know if anybody else can open that. That was Octavia that opened it. So I don't know, like I don't know. But I Bellamy's devastated face was like that broke my heart. Oh my god. At the end.
When she gets stabbed and then she falls like into his arms, and you get this shot of like Bellamy's hands like shaking. I'm like,
oh my god, he's like yelling her name. I mean, obviously Octavia's not dead, because
we're gonna see more of her.
I think the anomaly is gonna like heal her when she went into it or whatever. There must have been like a reason for that, which we're gonna find out obviously.
Well, because she didn't look, when Hope stabbed her, she didn't look like vengeful or angry. It seemed like it was a sad type of thing. Like it was like a reunion.
Like something that like she had to do, right?
Yeah, and I think they whispered it looked like she whispered something to Octavia.
She's like, tell her it's done or something.
And that's what Octavia said. But I think that Hope also might have said something to her. Like there was a communication that happened there.
So it's like there was a reason why they did that. So I feel like we're gonna I'm really excited to find out more about that. Especially more about like how the anomaly works in general, because obviously time is different there. It moves faster because Hope is older. So
she's older. So like how why wasn't Octavia that much older when she came out?
Because she came out a few seconds later.
Yeah, and I guess,
so it was like,
but
maybe
this
she
was
wasn't...
only 3 days later, right? Isn't it only like supposed to be like 3 or 4 days later that she came out? Like, and she was like older.
Yeah, I don't know.
Time, I guess. I don't know. I'm very excited though. I'm really excited for next season just because I really want to see what's gonna happen with that. Cause like,
yeah, like
I'm
that
trying
ending,
to see like how
like
that's gonna
ending
make
with,
sense.
like that whole ending with
Yeah.
Hope and Octavia and that whole thing that happened got me excited about next season.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Murphy this episode, I thought that he really stood out as well. Like, I really liked the scenes with him and Amore. I thought they did a really good job. I was very proud of him that like he was there for his people.
I was,
like,
proud
I was very proud of him.
It was definitely a turning point for Murphy, so I loved that.
Yeah.
And I also really, we didn't mention, I really love the Clarke and Raven moment that we got. I love their hug. I thought that that was really sweet. I'm so happy that they gave us that. That was like, that was great.
Yeah, I like the little tiny moments of like our delinquency. Like, I liked even the scene. It was like so brief and so quick, but I'm gonna take it. But it was that scene of Miller looking at Bellamy before he like drank the blood. Like,
I love little moments between the characters like that.
Yeah, I really appreciated those little scenes. We're also very hopeful for Clarke. For those of you who want to know if we think that they're going to be canon next season, listen, this is the final season. We might as well go into it saying what we've been saying for like 6 seasons, which is that they're going to get together. So this is the last year that we could say it. So might as well have some semblance of hope there, I guess. We've talked about like what we feel like an ending for Bellamy and Clarke is gonna be, and if you guys have ever seen Rogue One,
literally, like personally, I think that Bellamy and Clarke, if they get together, it's gonna be in the finale.
It'll be in the series
7.
finale.
It's gonna be the series finale, and it's gonna be like
before they die.
Before they die.
Yeah. We're not gonna be able to enjoy them be together. They're not gonna.
That's what I think. That's just like a gut feeling that I have.
Yeah.
Could be wrong. I mean, honestly, we have to wait and see how the next season goes.
Yeah.
And go from there in the beginning, because we'll be able to tell within the first couple episodes, I think.
We will be. We'll be able to
see like the direction they're going. But I mean,
I would feel a lot more hopeful.
It just seems ridiculous
to me. Becco, that's the problem.
But it seems ridiculous.
Did they break up off
camera? That Becco is still together, because honestly, you wouldn't even be able to tell. Like,
I feel like
we get an emotional scene with Bellamy and Clarke for 30 seconds, and it's better than Becco's been all season.
It
like,
has to be an off-camera thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we haven't gotten anything with them, and like obviously,
I'm not asking for it.
I don't want it.
Don't.
But I'm just saying that we don't. That like.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
I feel like it might have happened off camera. That's the only thing that makes sense.
It didn't happen off camera.
I mean, it might have just been like we grew apart, we're too busy doing other things.
Or I'm in love with Clarke. That's
that too.
That's all he has to say.
I think that's why I'm kind of like, shit, we're going into we're going into year 3 of Becco being together, and that's where I'm kind of like, we're not getting Clarke, because I said that in the going to the premiere. I'm kind of like, if we get 2 full seasons of Becco, we're not getting Clarke in the finale in season 7, and now
it's a damn shame. That's all I have to say.
It is a shame. It is a shame, and it will go down as the biggest bait in centuries, I would say, like the biggest bait ever on television, and it makes me so like
I think it really would disappoint and so upset. Like,
so
I just
viewers.
Don't even want to like think about it right now, because it's just gonna make me like,
yeah, honestly, I'm gonna get really mad if we keep talking about it. We're gonna have to do a separate video about this eventually, because I'm gonna get really pissed. Yeah, so I think that's really all we have to say about the season finale for season 6 of The 100. Let us know what you guys thought about the episode. Please let us know down below what you guys thought, and yes, just please be respectful of our opinions, and we'll be respectful of your opinions, and we can all just be nice to each other and not yell at us in the comments. Please don't yell at us in the comments. Yeah, definitely check out our social media. Everything is listed down in the description bar below. And yeah, thanks for watching this season.
Yes, we'll be back next season, of course. And yes, we're excited to talk to you guys about this episode.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye!